if we look at this plastic lid as the crankshaft circumference, which is around, the diameter is all the way across. Most strokers are 50 millimeters across. The one I have is 52.5 across, so it makes this circumference larger. But what that does is when your crankshaft spins around, it draws the piston farther down and pushes it farther up into the cylinder. Now when it does that, the piston has got to be modified. This is what I mean. If the piston is pulled farther down on the downstroke, then what it can do is this edge right here, or this back edge, can actually hit the crankshaft weights, which are, say it's right here, the crankshaft weights. So what you have to do is take off a certain amount off the front skirt and the back skirt to avoid that happening. Now once you take that little bit off, and then we'll put it back in the cylinder, and I'll show you what I mean instead of talking about it. Remember, your arrow's always got to be pointed towards your exhaust, because what it does is the piston is slightly egg-shaped and it's built a little bit heavier on the exhaust side because it gets so much hotter. Now I want to show you what I see and explain it if I can. This is your exhaust port. Your piston will come down, and what it should do, if you can see the top of the piston right there, right? The piston should come down and just touch the bottom, let's see, touch the bottom of the opening right here in its stroke, downstroke. As it comes up, the problem that we run into is that this skirt has to be lowered, or a little tiny bit has to be taken off. But as the piston goes up, okay, into the bore to top dead center, which is up here, the piston has to fully close the exhaust port. And let's see if I can see some right here. Wait, I just can't. My hands are kind of numb. Anyway, top dead center is about right there. Now if you look here into the exhaust port, that has got to be completely closed during the firing cycle. It cannot be like this. See, it cannot be partially open. You can see the piston's way up there. But there's a very fine line between taking this piston skirt down enough to make it do what it's supposed to do in the cylinder and not have your ports covered or uncovered. It's a fine dance, and you can do it, but these are things you have to look out for. If you don't take these skirts down and take off, I'd probably take off, I would say, oh, no, let's see what we can do here. Probably, you can see the edge of the cylinder here. I probably took off about that much. But if you take off too much, then the piston's worthless. Now the way to correct the problem, as far as the piston is going to have its natural stroke, it will go up and down in a set pattern. But what you can do is you can elevate the cylinder right here with different size shim gaskets on the bottom. You can raise and lower it a little bit, and that's what you need to do. And you have to get a comfortable space between compression and having your ports covered. But that's all the fun part about these little machines, these little deals. Alright, now we're going to go on to the VT parts haul.